Our beliefs are like hidden seeds that quietly shape the garden of our lives. So many of us spend our days tending external obligations, rarely pausing to consider the thoughts that influence our inner landscape. Yet, the moment we look inward and recognize that our deep-seated beliefs affect every facet of our being, even our physical health, we begin to unlock a remarkable potential for self-transformation. Welcome to this gentle exploration of how rewriting your core beliefs can spark new levels of wellness and joy. Think of this as an invitation, an opportunity to step back, offer yourself kindness, and embrace the possibility that you hold more power over your life and your health than you might have imagined. In the segments ahead, we'll see how nurturing self-love, practicing affirmations, and exploring simple daily practices can recalibrate those internal settings that guide our emotional and physical realities. But before we dive into specific techniques, remember that change doesn't demand perfection. It only asks for an open heart and steady willingness. When you approach this journey with curiosity and compassion, you'll find that each small step forward can shift old narratives into ones that are far more supportive and uplifting. You can learn to sense when anxiety surfaces and diffuse it with a gentle breath, or to smile at yourself in the mirror, whispering a word of kindness that melts self-criticism. Along the way, we'll connect with emerging conversations in the self-help realm, things like emotional detox challenges and affirmation-based accountability groups, seeing how they mirror core mind-body philosophies that have guided healing for ages. These modern movements, combined with timeless truths, empower us to rewrite beliefs that no longer serve us. So, settle in and treat yourself to a moment of warmth. Acknowledge that you deserve to cultivate fresh, life-affirming beliefs, gently letting go of the ones that have weighed you down. By the end of our time together, you might discover a renewed commitment to walk through life with a softer heart and clearer mind, ready to embrace the wellspring of vitality that's always been within. Let's begin by understanding just how profoundly our core beliefs can set the tone for everything else. Picture a sturdy tree. Its roots, unseen below the surface, anchor and stabilize it, determining how strongly it stands against the wind. Our core beliefs act much like those roots, shaping how we interpret daily events and ultimately influencing our physical and emotional resilience. If those beliefs are rooted in fear or inadequacy, telling us we're not good enough or undeserving of ease, it becomes harder to stand tall in life's storms. Consider how everyday habits reinforce these beliefs. If you've held an internal story of, "I'm always overwhelmed," you might find yourself repeatedly in situations where stress accumulates, almost as if you've unconsciously paved the way for it. Alternatively, if your core belief is, "I can handle challenges calmly," you might navigate the same pressures with greater ease, finding solutions where others see dead ends. The bright side is that core beliefs aren't permanent fixtures. Just as a gardener can enrich the soil or strengthen a tree's roots, we can consciously reshape our mental and emotional patterns. This process begins with awareness, catching yourself when a limiting thought arises. Maybe it's as simple as noticing that each time a coworker asks for help, you automatically think, "They must find me incompetent." Once you identify that sneaky thought, you can challenge it. Is this true, or am I clinging to an old fear? As you reclaim the power to question and reframe such thoughts, new doorways open. It's a little like renovating an old house. The walls and foundation remain, but you're free to repaint, rearrange, and bring in new furnishings that reflect a more uplifting vision. In psychological and wellness circles alike, people are discovering that even incremental shifts in belief can ripple outward, improving relationships, reducing anxiety, and even boosting immune function. It's also worth noting that research in fields like psychoneuroimmunology is starting to validate the link between mindset and physical health outcomes. While no single belief is a magic cure-all, a pattern of negative thinking can indeed correlate with elevated stress hormones, weakened immunity, and greater susceptibility to certain issues. Conversely, intentionally nurturing optimism and self-compassion often corresponds with better healing rates and emotional resilience. Remember, we can't always control the circumstances life brings, but we can grow more mindful of our internal narratives. With each conscious pivot, from limiting assumption to self-supporting belief, we strengthen roots that help us flourish. Next, we'll examine how placing self-love at the heart of these beliefs creates the fertile ground for sustainable change, ensuring that the new seeds of thought we plant can truly thrive. When you think about a home, the foundation is everything. A shaky base leads to cracks, while a strong one sets the stage for stability. Self-love works just like that. It's the cornerstone upon which all other changes can rest safely. If you attempt to adopt positive thoughts or affirmations without a layer of genuine compassion for yourself, those efforts may feel forced or superficial. But once you truly honor who you are, even in your imperfections, you give your mind and body a stable platform from which to heal and grow. Adopting self-love isn't about ignoring flaws or brushing aside real-life struggles. Instead, it's about recognizing your inherent worth and believing that you deserve understanding, patience, and acceptance. Try a small morning ritual to reinforce this idea. Place a hand gently on your heart and say, "I open my day with kindness toward myself." Such a simple statement can help you remember that, no matter what the world demands, you can offer yourself refuge in your own compassion. It's common to resist self-love at first. Many of us learned, often in childhood, to be critical of every flaw, to see ourselves through a lens of not good enough. Yet over time, repeated gestures of self-kindness soften that harshness. For instance, if you catch yourself ruminating on a perceived failure, you might counter with, "I did my best with what I knew then, and I deserve grace as I learn." Repeated kindness paves new mental pathways, gradually displacing the habit of self-attack with a gentler, more supportive tone. Some find it helpful to keep a small daily log of moments when they treated themselves with respect, maybe by taking a well-deserved break or speaking up about a boundary. Writing it down cements the reminder that you are capable of self-compassion, and each instance becomes evidence that self-love can be nurtured like a growing plant. And just like a plant, it needs consistent, gentle care, not sporadic attention. Communities online occasionally host self-love challenges, prompting members to perform a daily act of kindness toward themselves, like setting aside 10 minutes for reflection or giving themselves permission to decline an unneeded favor. Reading other stories of vulnerability and growth can affirm that you're not alone in this endeavor. We're all learning the art of caring for ourselves, one moment at a time. When self-love becomes second nature, it acts like rich, healthy soil. Affirmations and new beliefs can then take root with less resistance, strengthening your ability to weather stress or adversity. That's why we next turn our focus to the power of affirmations, words we speak to ourselves deliberately, reminding our mind and body of the renewed confidence and compassion stirring within. If self-love lays the groundwork, affirmations are the seeds that grow into beautiful new mindsets and habits. An affirmation is simply a positive statement, spoken in present tense, that we repeat often enough to replace worn-out internal scripts. Imagine you've always told yourself, "I'm such a mess." That message might echo every time you drop something or forget a detail, reinforcing your belief in personal inadequacy. Now consider how that might shift if you start affirming, "I am capable and I handle life's moments with ease." Some people question whether words alone can truly change anything, but think about the power words hold. A friend's compliment can brighten your entire day. A discouraging remark can weigh heavily on your heart. Our minds are sensitive to language. When affirmations are chosen with care and repeated with sincerity, they gradually seep into the subconscious. Over time, you'll catch yourself acting in line with the supportive statement rather than the old, limiting one. The beauty of affirmations lies in their flexibility. You can tailor them to specific life challenges. Feeling stressed at work? Try, "I am calm and confident, even under pressure." Battling doubts about your worthiness? Choose, "I am enough just as I am, and I welcome love into my life." If you struggle with health concerns, an affirmation like, "My body and I are partners in healing, and each day brings renewed strength," can encourage optimism and self-trust. Integrating affirmations doesn't have to feel forced or time-consuming. Some people prefer writing them in a journal each morning. Others record a short audio of themselves saying these statements, listening to it during their commute. Phone apps and reminders can be set to display a chosen phrase at intervals throughout the day, offering a moment to pause, breathe, and reaffirm. And of course, mirror work is a powerful companion, as speaking affirmations to your own reflection enhances their emotional resonance. It's important to note that affirmations don't deny real-life challenges or pain. Instead, they offer a balanced perspective, reminding you that beyond difficulties, you hold an inherent capacity to navigate life with grace. In emotional healing circles, affirmations are often paired with supportive therapies, like mindfulness or counseling, resulting in more profound progress. While they aren't a magic wand, they are a steady hand guiding your mind toward optimism and resilience. Having explored how affirmations can shift mental scripts, we'll now look at a method that can accelerate this process even more: mirror work. Together, they form a sort of emotional amplification system, letting you see yourself in a more compassionate light and helping you release what no longer aligns with the person you're becoming. It's natural to avoid our reflections sometimes. We glance quickly to fix our hair or check an outfit, but rarely do we linger, gaze into our own eyes, and speak words of kindness. That's why mirror work can feel revolutionary. By facing yourself with open-hearted honesty, you create a moment of profound vulnerability and possibility. When you add affirmations or comforting statements to this practice, you invite deeper self-awareness and healing. To begin, Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed and stand or sit in front of a mirror. You might start by simply observing your face, taking note of any sensations, nervousness, curiosity, maybe even a tender sense of compassion. Slowly introduce a statement such as, "I see you. I honor you. I'm here for you." Directing these words at your reflection can unlock emotions you didn't realize were so close to the surface. It could be gratitude, sadness, or relief. Many find that mirror work reveals hidden self-judgments. A person might realize they cringe at the sight of certain features, or their mind swirls with criticisms. This is a gift in disguise, showing you exactly where old beliefs and insecurities reside. Each time you return to the mirror and reaffirm a gentle phrase, "I accept myself in this moment. I welcome love and healing," you chip away at the foundations of self-attack, replacing it with compassion. Don't be discouraged by initial discomfort. It's like learning a new language. The first attempts might feel awkward, but consistent practice reshapes your inner dialogue. Some people incorporate mirror work into morning routines. Perhaps after brushing their teeth, they look up and speak a chosen affirmation. Others set aside a few minutes at night to reflect on the day and offer themselves forgiveness, appreciation, or encouragement for tomorrow. If the process ever becomes too intense or triggers strong emotional reactions, take a gentle break. Breathe. Remind yourself that transformation can be stirring, and approach it at a pace that feels manageable. Over time, mirror work can become a cherished ritual, a place where you reaffirm your worth, track your emotional shifts, and strengthen the bond between your conscious intentions and deeper feelings. After experiencing the potency of mirror work, you might be curious about how to manage any resistance or limiting thoughts that arise. That's our next step, to discover ways to handle doubt, impatience, or any inner voice that challenges your newfound sense of self-value. Because, as we know, growth often invites pushback from old patterns. But with empathy and a bit of strategy, we can learn to navigate these inner roadblocks gracefully. Resistance is a natural companion to change. Whenever we step into new territory, especially in how we perceive ourselves, old beliefs can flare up as if to say, "Wait, this is unfamiliar and I'm not sure I like it." You might find yourself doubting the mirror work or affirmations, or you might feel impatient when progress isn't immediate. Rather than seeing these reactions as failures, recognize them as signals that transformation is indeed happening, stirring up the status quo. One way to soften resistance is to meet it with acceptance. Suppose you catch an internal voice muttering, "These affirmations won't change anything." Instead of wrestling with that voice or labeling it as bad, gently inquire, "What am I afraid of losing if I do change?" Sometimes an underlying fear emerges. Fear of stepping outside comfort zones, of navigating life without old excuses, or even of letting go of a familiar, though painful, identity. Journaling can be a powerful ally here. Write down the doubt, "I feel silly talking to myself in the mirror," or "I don't think self-love is possible for me." Then respond with empathy, "I hear your discomfort." Let's keep going a bit longer and see if something shifts. This internal dialogue reestablishes you as the caring observer of your thoughts, rather than a passive victim to them. Over time, you may notice that negative voices lose their intensity once they're acknowledged without judgment, Breathwork also helps break the cycle of mounting tension when facing resistance. Take a moment for slow, mindful inhalations and exhalations. As you breathe in, imagine drawing calm, supportive energy into your body. On the exhale, picture releasing hesitation or anxiety. This imagery, paired with gentle affirmations like, "I trust this process," or "I allow myself to learn new ways of being," can ease the mental struggle and redirect you toward openness. Occasionally, resistance might signal deeper wounds or traumas that can benefit from professional support, whether through therapy or specialized counseling. Reaching out for guidance isn't a sign of weakness. It's a testament to your commitment to genuine healing. Sometimes, an extra layer of compassion and expertise can accelerate the journey. As you persist, you'll likely find resistance softens into curiosity, then possibly blossoming into enthusiasm. That's when practicing self-love, mirror work, and affirmations no longer feels like a chore, but rather a nurturing habit. In our next section, we'll explore how recent self-help dialogues echo these timeless principles, reinforcing that you're not alone in your quest for inner freedom and vibrancy. The digital era has turned personal growth into a collective endeavor. Social media channels and online forums teem with ideas, challenges, and supportive groups, all converging on the notion that our internal narrative impacts our well-being. This modern wave of self-help often aligns beautifully with the tenets we've been discussing, demonstrating a broader acceptance of practices like affirmations and mirror work. One popular trend is the emotional cleanse or detox challenge. Over a set period, like 14 or 21 days, participants commit to daily exercises aimed at releasing pent-up feelings and limiting stories. These may involve journaling prompts, breath-focused meditations, or even group video calls, where members share breakthroughs and struggles. It's reminiscent of the mind-body philosophy that suggests when we let go emotionally, our bodies benefit too. Another topic frequently popping up is manifestation or law of attraction circles, where people share experiences of how rearranging their thoughts, shifting from lack-based to abundance-focused, appears to draw improved circumstances. Though this can sometimes be framed as a magical fix, the underlying principle is that changing our beliefs can change our openness to opportunities and our response to challenges. This resonates with the core premise that our internal climate sets the stage for how we handle life's twists and turns. There's also been talk about combining technology with these age-old practices. Apps that send positive affirmations at random intervals or track your emotional check-ins throughout the day have garnered attention. For some, these gentle digital nudges help maintain momentum, reminding them to pause, breathe, and reaffirm their intentions, especially in a busy world prone to distraction. Interestingly, all these conversations circle back to the timeless message. Our emotional well-being and physical health aren't isolated. Whether you call it mind-body connection, holistic healing, or positive psychology, the collective consciousness is recognizing that transformation goes far beyond mere surface changes. It's a testament to the universality of what we've discussed: self-love, affirmations, overcoming resistance, and how these techniques tap into a deep human longing for peace and health. By acknowledging that you're part of a larger community, thousands, if not millions, of people also practicing to shift their beliefs, your resolve can be fortified. You're not the only one standing at the mirror, coaxing out the words, "I am worthy of love." You're joined by countless souls, forging new paths for themselves, trusting that the energy of their chosen thoughts can ultimately reshape their lives. Next, we'll delve into two more cornerstones for this journey: gratitude and visualization, which powerfully reinforce each step we've covered so far. Think of gratitude as the gentle breeze that clears away the lingering haze of dissatisfaction. Each time you pause to say thank you, whether it's for a warm cup of tea, a supportive friend, or a minor personal win, you shift your focus away from what's missing. Over days and weeks, this consistent reframing can lessen stress, boost optimism, and even influence physical health markers, like blood pressure or sleep quality. It's not about ignoring life's pains, but about reclaiming perspective in a culture that often highlights lack more than abundance. One way to make gratitude a daily habit is through a quick evening review. Write down 3 things you appreciated today, big or small. If you find repetition, that's okay. The point is to build an emotional reservoir that reminds you there's always something to value. This reservoir helps cushion any setbacks, making it easier to respond from a place of calm rather than panic. It also pairs nicely with affirmations. After listing your blessings, you could whisper, "I am thankful for all that uplifts me, and I invite more of it into my life." Visualization, on the other hand, is like a mental rehearsal for success and well-being. Olympic athletes, for instance, often visualize their entire performance, seeing, hearing, and feeling each movement before stepping onto the field. Similarly, when you picture yourself healthy, energized, or confidently meeting challenges, your mind begins to interpret these images as feasible scenarios. Coupled with affirmations, this practice can retrain your self-perception. You might close your eyes, envision a typical day where you feel balanced and strong, and silently affirm, "I thrive in body and mind." If you prefer structure, a short guided visualization can be done first thing in the morning or before bed. Close your eyes, relax your body, and imagine your desired outcome in vivid detail. Sights, sounds, even the sensations of joy or relief you'd experience. Then root this scene with an affirmation, such as, "I am in harmony with life, and each moment I grow stronger and more at peace." Over time, these mental pictures become anchors, drawing your thoughts and eventually your actions toward healthier behaviors and self-belief. Both gratitude and visualization fuel the healing principles we've explored. Gratitude gently dissolves discontent, while visualization instills a proactive hope for what's possible. And the best part? They require only a few minutes each day. Integrated with the mirror work, affirmations, and self-love practices, they round out a holistic approach to rewriting your inner script. Finally, we'll look at how to merge all these threads into a consistent daily lifestyle that naturally supports this new vision of yourself. Incorporating self-love, affirmations, mirror work, gratitude, and visualization can feel overwhelming if you try to overhaul everything overnight. Instead, approach your wellness routine like watering a plant. Steady, daily sips are far more nurturing than a rare deluge. By weaving these methods into your typical schedule, you create a self-sustaining system that consistently encourages emotional well-being and, by extension, physical health. Here's a sample framework. Start your morning with a moment of stillness, hand on your heart, whispering an affirmation such as, "I welcome this new day with peace." Then, maybe you glance in the mirror, offering a soft smile, and express one simple thought. Thank you for being who you are. No matter how rushed you feel, that 20-second gesture can reset your mind towards self-compassion. During lunch or a mid-afternoon break, try a quick visualization. Close your eyes, even at your desk, and imagine any emotional burdens dissolving, replaced by calm or a sense of empowerment. You might add a few words internally. I trust myself to navigate challenges with ease. Then return to your tasks with renewed clarity. If that feels awkward at work, slip outside or into a quiet corner for just a minute or two. Evenings can become a sanctuary for mirror work or journaling. After dinner or before bed, spend a little time recounting the day's gratitudes. If frustrations arose, you can write them down too, balancing any complaints with a statement of acceptance or a loving reminder to yourself. Mirror work at this point might look like a gentle reflection, gazing at your face and affirming, "I honor all my emotions, and I am safe to release what no longer serves me." If you're drawn to technology, set phone alerts that gently prompt you at random times to pause and repeat a cherished affirmation or gratitude statement. Keep Post-it notes visible in areas you frequent, like the bathroom mirror or inside a kitchen cabinet, so that positive reminders seamlessly pop up in your day. Or consider using a meditation or affirmations app that offers short sessions, letting you choose the best moments to integrate them. Consistency is key. The idea is not to add stress with a long checklist, but to let each practice naturally slip into your routine. If you miss a day or something doesn't click, be flexible. Adapt. The goal is to create a rhythm that supports your evolving inner narrative. Over weeks and months, these steady touches of self-kindness accumulate, rewiring the reflexes of your mind. You may find you're quicker to catch a negative thought or kinder to yourself when mistakes happen. And that's the heart of it. A kind, consistent conversation with yourself that steadily shifts old beliefs into empowering new stories. As we head into the final stretch, let's recap how each of these strategies can work together and leave you with a message of encouragement to keep thriving on your healing journey. We've journeyed through an array of inner tools, exploring how our core beliefs define the framework for both emotional and physical health. From recognizing and nurturing self-love as the bedrock, to harnessing affirmations and mirror work, to managing resistance and weaving in gratitude and visualization, each step forms part of a larger mosaic of self-transformation. Taken together, these practices offer you more than quick fixes. They open a doorway to a more compassionate and self-aware life, where the seeds of healing can truly flourish. By now, you might sense how these methods can dovetail. Self-love paves the way for affirmations to take root. Affirmations, in turn, become more potent when reinforced through mirror work, balancing out any limiting beliefs that arise. Gratitude keeps your spirit grounded in optimism, while visualization actively shapes your horizon of possibility. When combined and adapted into daily rituals, they can quietly, yet steadily, shift your mind's default from negative self-talk to nurturing self-support. Remember, transformation doesn't hinge on perfection. It's the steady drip of consistent practice that carves a pathway for change. A gentle statement here, a mindful pause there. Each action may seem small on its own, but they blend over time to create real shifts in how you perceive the world and how your body responds to that perception. If doubt surfaces, greet it with understanding. If you skip a day, pick up again when you can. This journey is about compassion for yourself as much as it's about improvement. You are the author of your inner story. Nobody else can write the script of your beliefs or steer the evolution of your emotional health. And that's a beautiful responsibility. With each page, each new chapter, you learn that you have more influence over your happiness and healing than you once realized. May you walk forward, remembering that your thoughts, spoken or silent, hold immense potential to guide you toward well-being. Let's close with an affirmation, one that unites us in this universal quest. I choose love and kindness to lead my life, and I invite vibrant health into every cell of my being. Speak it gently to yourself whenever you need reassurance or inspiration. Let it be a soft promise that no matter the challenges, you'll return to the core truth that you are deserving of a luminous, uplifting life. Carry these insights into the hours and days ahead, weaving them into the fabric of your choices and reflections. With patience and trust, you'll see how rewriting beliefs can spark an enduring glow of self-discovery, propelling you toward the vibrant life you've always been worthy of living.